السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا بجميع المحامد على جميع النعم حمدا لا يتناهى. ملء السماوات السبع وملء ما بينهم، وملء الأرض السبع وملء ما بينهم، وملء ما بين السماء والأرض، وملء ما شاء الله من شيء بعد. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الله به الغمة وجاهد في سبيل الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. We still with the ahadith and explanation of the ulama about the pictures, which it is not only picture now with our own understanding, statues and idols and whatever made by hand and whatever done by the wood and whatever done by the clay, all of this in Arabic it's named surah, with the translation of it very literally will be picture, but it contains all of those. And the summary of the last two halaqa about that point is, if it is anything, any idol or statue, for a thing have a ruh, thing have a ruh means have a spirit, like a man or a woman or an animal or bird or a fish, all of this has ruh, has a spirit. Completely agreed upon between all ulama, without exception, that it is haram. If it is for a thing does not have a spirit, like a picture of rose or ocean, rivers, running water, which they name it Niagara, for the sun, for the moon, for the gardens, for the ships, for the planes, for houses, for the nature, but there is no anything have a life, all halal. Palaces, all of it halal. Anything does not have picture. If it is digged in wood or by hand or painted, have four different opinions. The most authentic one, which the majority of the ulama on it, if it is complete, like a picture for a whole human being, haram. If it is half of it or the head only, and there is a reason for it, purpose for it, like passport or ID or something, it is allowed. But there is other opinion are not denied. There is other one saying, if it is on the carpet or in the land or in the beds or in the pillows, it is allowed because Rasulullah ﷺ did it. If it is hanged, it is not allowed. Go back to the other halaqat about the details. Reason for being the pictures haram. Number one, a hadith of Rasulullah ﷺ say, all of it in Bukhari and Muslim, it prevent the angel from entering the house. Number two, the one who did it will be in azab at the day of judgment. Number three, will be said to him, make it alive, and he will never be able. Number four, that closing the way for worshiping it, especially idols. Closing the way of worshiping, because coming inshallah today, if there is a time, about the wood and suwa and yaguth and ya'uq and nasra, this was a very huge idols before Islam. Story if it will come to it, but start with making idol for it, just respect and for remember, as a lot of people doing that, hanging the picture at the walls for respect and remember. Number 5 of the ahadith, that there is hadith Qudsi, Rasulullah ﷺ saying, Allah Azza wa Jal saying, whoever will imitate me in the creation, he will be in azab. For that should not imitate Allah in his creation. This is something belonging to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 6 is curse of Allah and curse the ahadith. saying curse of Allah and curse upon and curse of Rasulullah upon those who do those idols. Also, nowadays there is some of the people already worshipping the idol. For some people, they say there is no and this and that. It was that all the time at the time of Rasulullah. No, till today there is. Let us go for the saying of العلماء. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani and also Imam al-Tabari saying من معانيه من يصور ما يعبد من دون الله. One of the ahadith talking about whoever making idols of anything worshipped other than Allah. There is a certain idol even till today. If you are making it, وهو عارف بذلك, and the one who do it knows that it is for people who will worship it. They will do sujood for it and they will worship it. قاصدا عامدا. He intentionally doing it for a purpose of money, for a purpose of this or that, but he knows that the people worship this kind of idol. This will lead to kufr wal-'iyaz billah. And there is another also problem in it, that he is making it something imitating the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his creating these things. Also, he will be sinful because of the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in al-Bayhaqi, hadith, volume number 6, hadith number 197, and hadith number 788 in Mishkat al-Masabih, 4509. عن ابن عباس رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said إن أشد الناس عذابا يوم القيامة من قتل نبيا أو قتله نبي أو قتل أحد والديه والمصورون. Was that in this hadith of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم, the most severest punishment at the day of judgment for whoever killed a prophet or a messenger, or if a prophet or a messenger killing him, because a prophet or a messenger will never kill him except if there is a huge mistake. He did like kufr, or he tried to kill a messenger or something like that. Also, one of the people who will have the severest punishment, whoever killed his parent or one of them. Then one mentioned with those whoever killed by a messenger, or whoever killing a messenger, or whoever killed his parent, al-musawwirun, the picture makers. The picture maker. No, picture maker, I said, it is the one who does the idols, is one of it. In Fath al-Bari, Book of al-Libas, volume number 10, and others. قال الإمام النووي قال العلماء. Imam al-Nawawi mentioned about the ulama that تصوير صورة الحيوان حرام شديد التحريم وهو من الكبائر. Making idol or a statue of any animal or anything have a ruh, spirit, completely and strictly forbidden and agreed upon between ulama, and it is one of the major sins. لأنه متوعد عليه بهذا الوعيد الشديد. He said because a lot of ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying strictly about that and directly and have no any other meaning. Either he did it purposely or not purposely, for worshipping or not for worshipping, for himself or for others, all haram. Either also done, this is a saying of Imam Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani for Imam al-Nawawi. He mentioned upon him. And he said, either it is done in a clothes or in a carpet or in the coins, the money, or also in the paper money, or in the containers, at the walls, or anything similar to that. وأما تصوير ما ليس فيه روح, whatever of does not have a ruh, a spirit, like that he mentioned, trees or rivers or oceans or ships, moon or sun, gardens or whatever, if he said ليس بحرام, is not haram. Where is a proof? حديث البخاري 5952 أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لم يكن يترك في بيته شيئا فيه تصاليب إلا نقضه. رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم never leave any picture. Have picture here was the meaning of any kind of it. Have cross, this is something more. Have a cross in it except he broke it. قال ابن حجر in volume number 10 قال ابن بطال في هذا الحديث دلالة على أنه صلى الله عليه وسلم كان ينقض أي شيء فيه تصاليب. He said there is a proof in it that Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم he used to break anything have a cross. سواء أكانت مما له ظل أم لا ظل له. Either it have a shadow after it, means idols, or does not have any shadow after it, which it is the pictures. As long as there is a cross in it, he doesn't leave it, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Like the one on the walls, the one on the wood, this does not have a shade. Even there is an idol created in the wood, does not have a shade behind. Shade means is not a complete idol. Even is not a complete in a wall or on a wood or in a clothes, all of it is completely forbidden. In hadith number 5955 in Bukhari, عن عائشة قالت قدم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من سفر وعلقت درنوكا أي ثوب معلق كستر فيه تماثيل فأمرني أن أنزعه فنزعته. وفي رواية مسلم فيه الخيل ذوات الأجنحة. وفي رواية البخاري فجعلناه وسادة أو وسادتين. In this hadith have more than one narration that Rasulullah coming from a travel. Then he find our mother Aisha putting a curtain upon some of the doors or a wall or something like that, and there was some pictures in it. He ordered her to take it out. In narration of Imam Muslim, the picture was for a horse and have a wing. In the narration of Al-Bukhari, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when she cut it half and she make it like a pillow, Rasulullah does not say nothing. For that we say that because Rasulullah allowed to be as a pillow or something you step on it, walk on it, he does not. But when it is hanged at the wall, Rasulullah forbid it. For that الإمام ابن حجر العسقلاني قال في جواز اتخاذ الصور إذا كانت لا ظل لها ومما يوطأ ويداس أو يمتهن بالاستعمال كالمخاد والفراش والوسائد وغيره. Is it in this a proof that if does not have a shade, because it is a picture on the clothes and it is in the carpet or in the pillows or in the beds, with something you will use or you will step on it, there is no problem with it because Rasulullah does not say nothing to her except only when it was hanged on the wall. وقال الإمام النووي وهو جمهور العلماء قول جمهور العلماء من الصحابة والتابعين وقول الثوري ومالك وأبي حنيفة والشافعي. Is it agreed upon between all جمهور of ulama of صحابة and التابعين after them the same, and it is the same of الإمام الثوري وفي الإمام مالك وفي الإمام أبو حنيفة والإمام الشافعي. فإن كان معلقا على حائط أو ملبوسا أو على عمامة مما لا يعد ممتهنا فهو حرام. If it is hanged upon the wall or it is in the clothes the one who wear it or upon the turban and some pictures in it, all of this is haram. ونقل ابن العربي من المالكية. This is what I'm saying. I explained that before, but I'm saying now, saying to you the saying of the ulama themselves. of الإمام الشافعي, الإمام مالك, and others also. الإمام ابن العربي من from مالكي مذهب قال إن الصورة إذا كان لها ظل كالتمثال حرم بالإجماع. If the picture or idol have a shade behind it and the sun come to it, then it is completely haram, which it is an easy way. I'm trying to translate it as it is. If it is idol or a statue for something have a ruh, have a spirit, completely haram. سواء أكانت مما يمتهن أم لا غير لعب البنات. He said either it is on the land or in the carpet or in the wall, all haram, except only the toys for the girls. I already explained about that and the hadith and the proof the last time. أما الصورة التي لا ظل لها إذا بقيت على هيئتها كاملة حرمت. For the picture made by hand or made in the wood, digged in the wood, if it is complete completely haram. If it is half and part of it is not haram. ونقل إمام الحرمي الجويني أن الذي يرخص فيه مما لا ظل له ما كان على ستر أو وسادة وأما كان على جدار أو سقف فيمنع. For another opinion of الإمام الحرمين الجويني, he said if it is have a shade and it is upon the below or upon the curtain, bed or in the land is allowed. If it is upon the wall or upon the roof, this is a thing more for that I bring it. Is even in the roof. Sometimes they will make a picture of butterfly or something like that, completely haram. What is the reason? I already mentioned why it is haram. One of it is the story of Wood and Swa' and Yaghuth and Ya'uq and Nasra. Those actually were the pious people, righteous people, good people. Shaitan come to the people after they die, say to them only just to remember them, make an idol in order just to remember. They make it. After this generation die, he came to the second generation. Say to them, your parent used to just respect, and you should do more respect to them. They start to do more respect. The third generation after those, he came to them, Shaitan also, and encouraged them more, saying that just touch them for the barakah, for the getting more blessings. They start doing. Then after that, generation by generation, every generation he stepped one step more than the one before. Then he came to the other generation, he said that your parent used to touch. You have to touch and little bit respect more, bow down to them. For that they did. Then they did sujood. Generation by generation, they worship them. For that, and then after that, slaughter the animal for them. All of this does not come in 1 second. For that, Islam closed the gate of evil. Any gate of evil, he will close it. And for the ahadith about, I said point before that it is will never make the angel to enter. If you go to in Ibn Hibban and Mukhtasar al-Bukhari, 5959, 5960, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when Jibreel promised him to come and he does not come, he said, but I already came yesterday and I was not able to enter because of there was some idols outside, not even inside, but outside, and Jibril does not enter the house of Rasulullah. And he said, وَكَانَ فِي الْبَيْتِ قِرَامُ سِتْرٍ فِيهِ تَمَاثِيلٌ. In this hadith, Jibril said to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, there was a curtain, have some pictures in it. وَكَانَ فِي الْبَيْتِ كَلْبٌ وفي رواية أخرى تحت السرير. And he said there was a small dog. And he said, another narration saying under the bed, like enter and nobody see it and hide himself under the bed. He said, Jibril said to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, فَمُرْ بِرَأْسِ التِّمْثَالِ الَّذِي عَلَى الْبَابِ فَلْيُقْطَعْ فَيَصِيرُ كَهَيْئَةِ الشَّجَرَةِ. He said, order the people to cut the head of the idol, then it will look like a tree. And وَمُرْ بِالسِّتْرِ فَلْيُقْطَعْ فَلْيُجْعَلْ مِنْهُ وِسَادَتَانِ مَنْبُوذَتَانِ تُطَآنِ. He said to him, and go to that in the cloth, whatever picture in it, cut it, and make it a pillow or something at the land, the people will walk in it. This is Jibril saying to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمُرْ بِالْكَلْبِ فَلْيُخْرَجْ. وفي رواية أخرى فأمر به فأخرج ثم أخذ بيده ماء فنضح مكانه. He said an order for the dog for them to get it out. In another narration, he orders them and get it out. Then he takes sallallahu alaihi wasallam some water and he washes the place the dog was in. By this, alhamdulillah, I cover the whole subject from beginning till the end, 3 halaqat completely about it. And now I will move to another topic completely different than that. It is related to السنن والبدع في أمور القبور. The sunan and the bid'ah in the matter of the graves, at the grave and when you bury and after burying and before burying and the graveyard. What is the sunnah and what is the bid'ah the people they used to do? In Muslim hadith number 9609, Abu Dawood 3218, in Tirmizi 1049, عن أبي الهياج قال لي علي ألا أبعثك على ما بعثني عليه رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. That Abu al-Hayyaj said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Sayyidina Ali said to Abu al-Hayyaj, should I send you to a place according to the way of Rasulullah as he sent me myself? He said yes. قال ألا تدع صورة إلا طمستها ولا قبرا مشرفا إلا سويته. He said, do not leave any complete picture except you cut it. Also to have another meaning. Do not leave any idol except if you break it. But this is also in order not to be misunderstood, because some people professional to do for against others. According to the power you have and under your own responsibility only. Not for everywhere and you do mischief in every place and making yourself a big shot. No. Only if it is under your responsibility. Otherwise, you go for talking for the people who did with the hikmah, with the wisdom. Because sometimes when we do talk about the mistakes, we do more fitness than the mistake itself. Then if it is not, at least deny it by your heart. And this is what you are ordered to do, no more than this. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, وَلَا قَبْرًا مُشْرِفًا إِلَّا سَوَّيْتَهُ, and demolish all the high graves to the level of the earth. Means the sunnah is the grave should be in the belly of the earth, not above it and building and first floor and second floor. And sometimes I see my own self in some Muslim country, houses. A house have rooms, and every room have graves, and every grave is the name of so and so, and first floor and second floor. Subhanallah. Rasulullah say, demolish all the high graves to the level of the earth. Sunnah to be the level of the earth. Rasulullah grave himself in the earth. Also, عن جابر, narrated by Imam Muslim, قال نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن تجصيص القبر وأن يعقد عليه وأن يبنى عليه. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم forbid to build any building by cement or by gypsum or whatever, or to make it high. This hadith is very clear about it. وفي أبو داود عن جابر أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نهى عن تجصيص القبر وأن يكتب عليه. He forbid to make it with a cement or with a gypsum, and also forbid to write upon it. Go to the Muslim graves. You will find a lot of ayah, big piece of marble, sometimes bigger than that table, and have ayatul kursi and qul huwallahu ahad, and we are standing and it is near to our feet. Other than is already, Rasulullah say, do not write anything upon the graves. No, they write the Quran there. In Abu Dawood, عن جابر أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم نهى أن يجصص القبر أو يكتب عليه أو يزاد عليه. Forbid, Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم forbid to make it with the cement or gyps, or to write upon it, or to make it higher than the land. قال ابن القيم, look to the saying of Ibn al-Qayyim, and so beautiful. ومن جمع بين سنن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في القبور, and whoever looked to the sunnah of Rasulullah about the graves, وَمَا أَمَرَ بِهِ وَمَا نَهَى عَنْهُ, and whatever he ordered the people to do, and whatever he forbid the people, like the sunnah for doing and the sunnah for not doing, about for the graves. وَمَا كَانَ عَلَيْهِ الصَّحَابَةُ وَالتَّابِعِينَ, and whatever was the Sahaba of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم and the Tabi'een upon, according to the sunnah of Rasulullah. وَبَيْنَ مَا عَلَيْهِ بَعْضُ النَّاسِ الْيَوْمِ, and I said, and whatever some of the people these days were doing, compare between what Rasulullah doing and the Sahaba, and some of our own Muslim people doing this day. رأى أحدهما مضادا للآخر مناقضا له. You will see completely opposite Rasulullah, and he will mention more than 13 points. You will see completely opposite of what Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم saying. بحيث لا يجتمعان أبدا محادون لما جاء به النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. And you will never find them in the same way of Rasulullah, but opposite of it and against what Rasulullah is saying. And he gives examples of that. Number one, نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن الصلاة إلى القبور. Sunnah of Rasulullah, do not pray, the normal prayer, regular prayer at the graves. Even Salatul Janaza only makruh, except if there is no any place except there, take it in a side far away from the graves and you can pray. But for the normal prayer, have a ruku' and sujood, forbidden. Rasulullah forbidden. Some of the people يصلي عندها ويصلي إليها ومن الناس من يسجد عندها. Ibn al-Qayyim said, Sunnah not to pray, even for Allah, at the graves. He said some of the people, they do pray there and direct their face to the grave and they do sujood at the grave. For that, this is completely opposite. And I'm saying clearly, some of the people, in order everybody will be offended because this halaqat, I said it before. Some people contacted me saying, all the people. No, I didn't say all. All the time I say some. And you'll find me in every single point, I say some because there is some people who don't do it. Number 2, نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن اتخاذها مساجد أو بناء المساجد عليه. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم forbid us to pray there or to make it as a masjid or to build a masjid upon the graves. But بعض الناس, some of the people, they will build a masajid over it ويسمونها مشاهد مضاهاة لبيوت الله. And they respect it and they name it a names and they يعني glorify it more than they glorify Allah Himself. And if you do anything, say to them that this is wrong, Ya Rabbi, it will be a hell for everybody. Number 3, he said the Sunnah, نهى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم عن إيقاد السرج عليها ولكن بعض الناس يوقف الوقوف على إيقاد السرج عليها والشموع. He said Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم forbid to have a candles or have any kind of light. At their time, there was like a piece of wood and have an oil at the top and make the fire and fire give light. They said this is forbidden at the grave not to do. Some of the people now, they make waqf only for spending upon the light in the graves, which it is forbidden by Rasulullah. If it's not, they will rent that machines nowadays in order to make the light in the graves, especially at the days of the Urs or the days of the Mawlid or the days of the gathering of the people there. Number 4, نهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن اتخاذ القبور عيدا وبعض هؤلاء الناس يتخذونها أعيادا ومناسكا ومشاهدا ويجتمعون لها كاجتماعهم للعيد أو أكثر خاصة في موالدهم. He said Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم forbid taking it or taking the birthday of it as a Eid day. Means gathering the people there and saying that it is only just respect and this and that, completely forbidden. And a hadith about that completely clear about that. Some people they already doing and they gather themselves there. And subhanallah, they will, especially at the days I'm saying, in some countries they name it Urs, some countries they say Mawlid, some countries they name it birthday of the one who is in the grave there. Subhanallah, all of it is completely forbidden. Number 5, أمر النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بجعل القبور مستوية بالأرض إما لحدا أو شقا وعدم البناء عليها وهؤلاء يبالغون في رفعها والبناء عليها كالبيت ويعقدون عليها القباب ويزينونها. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم say it should be very simple and it should be either a lahd or shiq with a difference between both and should be equal to the land, not higher than the land. Go to there and see. It is having a land and having some turban there and having a lot of clothes around it and have a lot. All of it against the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Rasulullah said, do not adorn it. We are adorning it. Some of it adorn too much. ونهى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أن يزاد عليها أو أن يكتب عليها وبعض الناس يتخذون عليها الألواح ويكتبون عليها آيات القرآن ويرفعونها بالأسمنت والحجارة وغيره. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم said, do not make it high building. Go to there in any grave, not a grave of wali only, even a grave of some of the people, normal people, you will find it written upon it big, of the marbles and stones, very expensive stone, having the names and the dates and the birthday and this day and also the ayat of the Quran al-Kareem, and it is raised high. Sunnah of Rasulullah, not, they are doing it. Also, سنة of Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تشد الرحال إلا إلى 3 مساجد المسجد الحرام والمسجد الأقصى والمسجد النبوي. Sunnah of Rasulullah not to travel intentionally for visiting any masjid except 3. المسجد الحرام, المسجد الأقصى, المسجد النبوي. And those, they go travel long distance to these graves and they will do i'tikaf days there and they will be sitting beside it and they will do direct some of the ibadat to it. Like what? Dua is a ibadah. They ask them. استعانة واستغاثة, asking the need of and help of Allah and the support from Allah only. They ask them. الذبح, they will slaughter the animal there while they are there. النذر بالله ولله, also nadhr, when you say I swear by Allah I will do, should be by the name of Allah and only for Allah. Some people they do some of nadhr money. Go to the Masjid al-Imam al-Hussein in 4 or 5 different countries. Millions of money, nudhur, from the people to it. And all of this shirk, and very clear in the ahadith. Also, عقيدة المسلم, as الإمام ابن تيمية ابن القيم saying also, عقيدة المسلم الواردة في القرآن والسنة أن الله وحده لا شريك له هو الذي يكشف البلاء وينصر على الأعداء وينزل الشفاء وينزل الغيث من السماء ويفرج الكروب ويقضي الحوائج وينصر المظلوم ويجير الخائف وغيره. That there is عقيدة of the Muslims that only Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who remove any calamity, is the one who give victory against the enemy, is the one who bring cure and shifa, is the one who send down the rain from the sky, is the one who will remove the hardship you are facing, is the one who will give you your need. Only Allah Azza wa Jal is the one who will help, is the one who is oppressed, is the one who will secure, the one who is fear. Only Allah. And those people, they ask them the same things. They ask them for the shifa, and they ask them for the help, and they ask them for the victory, and they ask them for removing the hardship. And when you say to them, this is haram and forbidden, ayat of Allah in the Quran, and hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah, very clear about this point, because this is the tawheed. Ya Rabbi, you'll find yourself in a big trouble with those people, because they do strictly defending that, more than defending the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Also, one of the things he mentioned, قال يؤذي الأنبياء والأولياء والمشايخ والصالحين من عباد الله ما يفعله بعض الناس عند قبورهم ويوم القيامة يتبرؤون منه. He said, don't think that the wali himself inside will be happy, or the prophet if he's in the grave will be happy, or some of the big wali. We are not denying the status of the wali. We are not denying his status with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is between him and Allah. But we are not denying his status. We're denying what the people doing at the grave. Because some of the people, when you talk against that, oh, this is the enemy of wali. We are not enemy of him. We love him because Allah ordered us to respect them in the Quran al-Kareem. Respect is their part. We are not respecting, and we are denying only what the people doing for them. And them themselves, at the day of Qiyamah, I'll bring the ayat, they will deny that. Either a messenger, or a wali, or a sheikh, or one of the righteous people, or one of the salihin, any one of those. And the people make him so high in a status, and they are some worshipping, or some make him in a very, very high position. All of them they will deny it. Where is the proof? In Al-Ma'idah, ayah number 116, Allah Azza wa Jal say, وَإِذْ قَالَ اللَّهُ يَا عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ أَأَنْتَ قُلْتَ لِلنَّاسِ اتَّخِذُونِي وَأُمِّيَ إِلَٰهَيْنِ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ قال سبحانك ما يكون لي أن أقول ما ليس لي بحق. Allah Azza wa Jalla will ask Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, did you say to the people to take you and your mother as two gods beside Allah Azza wa Jalla? He will say, glory be to you, O Allah. It's not for me to say except whatever truth, except whatever you taught me, that worship Allah alone. For that this is one of the messenger. He will deny what the people doing for him. In Surah Saba, Surah number 34, ayah number 40 and 41, Allah said, وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ جَمِيعًا ثُمَّ يَقُولُ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ أَهَؤُلَاءِ إِيَّاكُمْ كَانُوا يَعْبُدُونَ قَالُوا سُبْحَانَكَ أَنْتَ وَلِيُّنَا مِنْ دُونِهِمْ بَلْ كَانُوا يَعْبُدُونَ الْجِنَّ أَكْثَرُهُمْ بِهِمْ مُؤْمِنُونَ. For the people who are worshiping this about the angels, they will deny, because I'm saying that the prophets, the angels, the wali, they will deny what the people are doing for them. The worship they are doing, they will deny it at the day of judgment. This is one of the ayat. And Allah said the meaning of it. And remember the day when He will gather them all together. Then He will ask the angel, was it you that those people used to worship? Was it you that these people used to worship you? The angel will reply, oh, glory be to you, Allah. Subhanak. Glorified are you. You are our wali, our Lord. instead of them. No, but they used to worship the jinn. They used to worship shayateen. Actually, in every idol anybody worshiping, there is inside it a shaitan or a jinn. The proof is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he opened Mecca, he told, I think, Wallahu a'lam, if I'm not mistaken, Sayyidina Ali, when he went to break one of them, he said, did you find anything there? He said, no. He said, go, there is a shaitan inside. There's a shaitan or jinn inside, go and kill it. Then they complete the breaking, the shaitan come out, they kill it. For that here, the angels say in this ayah in Surah Saba, they will say, oh Allah, they used to worship the jinn, not us. Most of them in the ayah, most of them were believers in them. Most of those people who think that they are worshiping the angel, actually worshiping the jinn, and they believe in them, and they believe in the shayateen. Inshallah, the next time, because of the Isha, we will go with more details about the sunan in the graves and the bid'ah and the wrong and the mistakes some of the people they commit there, while they, as Allah says in Quran Kareem, الذين ضل سعيهم في الحياة الدنيا وهم يحسبون أنهم يحسنون صنعا, those who are going astray, thinking that they are doing the best, thinking that they are doing good. You will never go near to Allah except by the way of Allah Azza wa Jalla. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا، اللهم كفر عنا سيئاتنا، اللهم توفنا مع الأبرار، اللهم أرحنا وافرحنا واسترنا ولا تفضحنا. نسألك الفردوس الأعلى في الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل، ونعوذ بك اللهم من النار وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل. اللهم ارحمنا برحمتك التي وسعت كل شيء، اللهم ارحمنا فإنك بنا راحم، ولا تعذبنا فأنت علينا قادر، والطف بنا يا مولانا فيما جرت به المقادير. نسألك رحمة من عندك تهدي بها قلوبنا، وتجمع بها أمرنا، وتلم بها شعثنا، وتحفظ بها غائبنا، وترد بها الفتن عنا، وتعصمنا بها من كل مكروه وسوء. نسألك الفردوس الأعلى في الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل، ونعوذ بك اللهم من النار وما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل. وصلى اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا، وجزانا وجزاكم الله خيرا.